Allie Larter was on a hot streak in the late 90s and early 2000s, sought after for her girl-next-door looks and acting chops, but much has changed since then. Allie Larter began her career as a model when she was just 13 years old. Modeling allowed Larter to travel the world, and it also kickstarted her career as a film and TV actor. Larter, who was born and raised in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, was discovered after landing her first gig in a local commercial for the Philadelphia Phillies. The job seemed fitting, as Larter wasn't exactly a girly girl. She told the Chicago Tribune, "I was a little tomboy. I played soccer and softball. I was one sock up and one sock down with dirty, scraped-up knees." Although the Phillies gig was instrumental in Larter getting her start, she hadn't watched it as an adult.
I think it's on like an old VHS tape, like in a closet somewhere in my mom's house.
Before Larter made it big and became a successful working actor, she tried hard to break into the business, making small appearances on popular 90s TV shows such as Chicago Hope and Suddenly Susan. But it was on Dawson's Creek that she seemed to find her footing acting in teen dramas. She told Collider, "That time in our business was very special. There was just so much of that content being made. It was kind of a special, magical time to have all those great opportunities to be able to flex my skills." Although Larter was only on Dawson's Creek for 2 episodes, she saw it as a valuable learning experience. She said to Collider, "I was kind of like a puppy with big paws back then. I've worked with some amazing acting coaches, but I learned from experience. I'm a very curious person." When Larter was 22, she snagged the role of Darcy, the head cheerleader, in the 1999 film Varsity Blues. Larter told Good Morning America, "I loved playing Darcy. I loved that she was trying to find her way out and kind of owned up to the mistakes that she made. But what many people remember about her character is the scene where she's in nothing but a whipped cream bikini in an attempt to seduce James Van Der Beek's character Max.
I don't want your life."
The film was super popular when it came out and is still beloved by many, but Larter is hesitant to ever let her 2 kids watch it. The actor told Us Weekly that her son would probably end up seeing it at some point, but she felt she had some time before it was really a concern. After her memorable role in Varsity Blues, Larter's career really picked up steam. In 2001, she starred in the iconic film Legally Blonde as Brooke, a wealthy businesswoman accused of murdering her husband. But the role almost went to someone else because the casting director initially thought Larter was too young for the part. It was due to her ingenuity and sense of humor that she was able to win the filmmakers over. In the movie, Brooks alibis that she happened to be getting liposuction at the time of her husband's murder, something that would ruin her reputation as the creator of Brooks' Buttbuster workout.
"Brooke, your secret's safe with me."
The move went over well, and Larter had a great time with the comedic gesture. She told Business Insider in an interview, "I just thought that was funny, and I love a bit of physical comedy. I've only gotten to do it a few times in my career, but when I do those moments, they just make me laugh." Larter achieved star status through her film career, but that wasn't even its best perk. She met her husband, actor Hayes MacArthur, while starring in the 2007 movie Homo Erectus together. According to Larter, it was basically love at first sight, and she was ready to make a commitment almost immediately. She shared with Cosmopolitan, "I told my boyfriend after 3 weeks that I wanted to marry him and that we could do it tomorrow." The couple became engaged in December 2007. In an interview with People, Larter gushed about MacArthur, saying, "He brought light to my life. I feel lucky every morning when I wake up and see him." The happy couple tied the knot in a beautiful ceremony in Kennebunkport, Maine in 2009. The nuptials took place at MacArthur's family estate. When speaking about the prospect of marriage in 2007, Larter told Cosmopolitan that she was looking forward to becoming a mother someday. And in 2010, her dream of starting a family came true when she and her husband welcomed their first child, a son named Theodore Hayes. While pregnant with her son, Larter told People how the experience was shaping her outlook on life. She said, "To feel this life growing inside of me grounds me every day and really puts things into perspective about what's important in life." In 2015, Larter and MacArthur expanded their family again when they welcomed their daughter, Vivienne Margaret. After the birth of her daughter, Larter opened up about the challenges of balancing the responsibilities of a growing family. The actor told People, "For me, sometimes I just want to close the door and be with the little baby. It's figuring out that balance and somehow trying to find some time for your husband and for work." Despite having to juggle her career and her personal life, Larter was ultimately over the moon with joy that her children were healthy. She said, "I just am feeling always super blessed and lucky for that."
Super mom.
In 2011, Larter took a brief hiatus from acting in order to focus on her family, making her return a few years later in series such as Legends and Pitch. But Larter's return to the big screen was a huge success when she starred in the 2016 film Resident Evil: The Final Chapter, reprising her role as Claire Redfield. The movie was a box office hit and ended up being Larter's highest-grossing film to date, raking in over $300 million worldwide. Larter was proud to be a part of the franchise, praising Resident Evil for its strong female characters. She told Good Morning America,
It's about women building each other up, and you don't fall into those
supporting one
cliche
another.
traps.
Ahead of the film's release, Larter commented on the lack of female-driven action movies, but expressed hope that they would gain more popularity. She said, "It's baffling that they're not more popular, but I do believe it's changing." After the success of Resident Evil: The Final Chapter, it looked as though Larter was correct. One of Larter's most well-known projects is the series Heroes, which aired from 2006 until 2010.
Nikki's not here right now.
Larter's starring role earned her more visibility and plenty of new fans who may not have been familiar with her earlier film work. However, a decade after the series wrapped, a co-star came forward and accused Larter of racially motivated mistreatment on the set. Actor Leonard Roberts penned an essay for Variety in which he detailed multiple times that he and Larter seemed to butt heads during filming. Roberts alleged that he witnessed Larter being more open and willing to improvise with other actors, which had caused friction, and he chalked this up to the fact that he is Black. He also revealed that he was let go from the show because of his tense relationship with Larter. Larter responded to this in a statement to TV Line. She told the outlet, "I am deeply saddened to hear about Leonard Roberts' experience on Heroes, and I am heartbroken reading his perception of our relationship, which absolutely doesn't match my memory nor experience on the show." She went on to say she respected Roberts and his decision to use his platform to speak on the issue. Larter concluded, "I am truly sorry for any role I may have played in his painful experience during that time, and I wish him and his family the very best." During the height of the pandemic in 2020, Larter and her husband made the bold decision to move their family out of Los Angeles. Work for both Larter and MacArthur had slowed down significantly, and their two kids were attending school remotely. Larter explained to Rue Daily, "We figured it was an opportunity to go on an adventure as a family, and we just started driving north." While on their cross-country journey, the family stopped in Sun Valley, Idaho, and immediately fell in love with it, so much so that they decided to make it their new permanent home. Larter said, "Neither of us had ever lived in a small town before. People look out for each other. There's a real sense of community here, and we're so happy to be a part of it."
We totally pivoted and went for it.
The couple set about designing their dream home, one that would fit in with the vibes of the small mountain town. Larter expressed that the landscape relaxed and inspired her, telling Rue Daily, "Most of the time in my life, I feel like I'm going 1,000 miles an hour, and these giant rocks chill me out." Larter landed the starring role of Angela Norris in Landman, a critically acclaimed series about the business of oil, also starring Billy Bob Thornton. In an interview with Good Morning America, Larter called the project a dream job. She went on to add, "I get to work with an incredible cast, and the entire crew is so gifted and talented that I just feel like I'm playing at the top of the game, and so that's really exciting." The series, helmed by Yellowstone creator Taylor Sheridan, features Larter as Thornton's ex-wife, a role she had to audition for. Larter shared on CBS Mornings, "There's the movie stars, and then there's the working actors that are like, I gotta fight and hustle for these parts." After she got the part, Larter really dug into the character's sassy and vulnerable sides.
You need to keep her on a leash.
Yeah, tell me about it.
She also found the dynamic between her and Thornton interesting, explaining that in real life they are opposites, but they work very well together. The actor said, "We both love the material, but we found the love in these two characters."
You think this is dressed up?
Yeah, I do, and so do you.
As for her character's Texas accent, Larter noted it wasn't her first time trying it. She said, "You know, Varsity Blues was my first movie, but that's kind of scrappy." On August 1st, 2025, Allie Larter and Hayes MacArthur celebrated their 16th wedding anniversary. Larter opened up about what's kept their union so strong over the course of all those years. She told people in an interview, "Enjoy every day, try to be really kind." Elaborating, Larter continued by singling out the trait in her husband that she tends to find the most attractive. She gushed, "The way that he takes care of our family." One way the two lovebirds have kept the fire burning is to ensure they consistently make time for each other, away from their kids. Larter told Us Weekly, "We like to walk to dinner. We love to go out and get pasta and a beautiful bottle of wine and just take our time. We don't want to just rush to a restaurant and rush to eat. It's really about getting off the clock." Of all the varied roles that Larter has played over the course of her career, none has resonated with the public as much as that of Angela Norris in Landman.
Baby, look at me. No woman who can do the splits is to be trusted.
As viewers of the show certainly recognized, the character has grown more complex and three-dimensional as the series progressed, and the second season featured some of the finest acting work of Larter's career. As Larter told USA Today, when she was first approached about playing Angela, Landman creator Taylor Sheridan told her that he envisioned the character as this emotional roller coaster, a description that she ran with. Larter told the outlet, "Angela is a force of nature. She feels things 110%. That is her authentic self. She breaks all the rules and isn't worried about people's judgment. She's empowering. I just love her."
Don't get drunk, okay?
Well, you better come save me.
I'm on my way.
That said, as much as Larter loves inhabiting Angela, she's quick to confirm that her real-life self is nothing like the character she so deftly portrays. Larter explained, "I love getting to be glamorous and fun, with the spray tans, the nails, the hair, and the jewelry. Angela is an unabashedly more is more woman. It's just not who I am. It takes hours of preparation to get there." In fact, Larter admitted she was looking forward to completing production on the second season so she could take a break from Angela and tone down the glam. She said, "Soon, I won't be wearing any heels. I'm done. I'm not putting on a tight anything. It'll be summer dresses, sweatpants, and my hair in a bun." In addition to all the hair, makeup, spray tans, and styling that goes into bringing Angela Norris to life, another aspect of the character is her absolutely ripped physique. This is evident in a Season 2 episode in which she's sporting a skimpy red string bikini. According to Larter, staying in peak shape for her Landman role doesn't come easy, not even close. She told People, "I'll tell you what, I work really hard, okay? I'm not pretending that I don't. I'm up at 4:30 a.m. on Mondays. I go for a run." While Angela has no hesitation in flaunting her buff bod, that does not come so naturally for Larter. She admitted to the outlet, "In the end, anytime you have to put on a bathing suit and walk in front of anybody, it's really difficult." Sharing a selfie of herself in that bikini via Instagram, Larter detailed what a typical morning was like for her while shooting Landman. She wrote in the caption, "Celery juice and coffee and hit the gym by 6. I do a 30-minute interval run and 10 minutes of core. Shower, dunk my face in ice water, slather with oil because of my spray tan. Leave for work at 7 a.m.
When I have to walk onto set and I'm in those shoes, I need to know that I've made myself strong.
On the flip side, that much physical effort requires a certain amount of downtime to recover, and Larter is the first to admit that she makes the most of whatever time she has off while filming Landman. She confessed to People, "I fall apart on the weekends. I lay in bed, sometimes 12 hours. I'm not kidding you." It's fair to say that playing Angela Norris on Landman has been a career pinnacle for Ali Larter, a plum role in the most-watched show on streamer Paramount+. Clearly, the show has attracted a lot of viewers, but Larter's family is not among them. When interviewed on CBS Morning, Larter was asked what her kids thought of her Landman character. She said with a laugh, "Well, it's definitely not the easiest for my son." She also revealed that her kids don't actually watch the show, although they love being on the set and enjoying all the perks of having a famous TV star for a mom. However, she divulged that her husband has also chosen not to watch Landman. The same holds true for her father. In fact, Larter confirmed that pretty much all the men in her life have done everything possible to avoid getting to know Angela. She joked, "It's like my son, my dad, my husband. Ugh, the poor guys."